Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We're broadcasting from the Wintek office on North 6th Street near downtown Lafayette. My name is Rob Ford. I'm Tipmont and Wintek's Marketing and Communication Director, and I'm excited to show you our new fiber internet service that is coming very soon to your neighborhood. So here's our agenda this evening. I'm going to spend about 10 or 12 minutes describing our construction process, timelines, service pricing, and features. Then we'll take your questions via the Q&A feature in Zoom. So to help us move along as efficiently as possible, we've turned off your microphones and cameras. We will take time to answer your questions at the end, so please share any questions you have in the Q&A area of your Zoom application. Before I get started, we had a poll available prior to the meeting that I want to put back up on the screen, and it was about your favorite streaming service. And it looks like we had a tie between Netflix and others. So Netflix and there's some others on there as well. So very good. We'll talk more about some streaming options available to you in a little bit. I also want to draw our first gift card winner. So congratulations to Lola Smith. Lola Smith, you've won a $75 Visa gift card, and we'll contact you after the meeting to verify your mailing address. And we'll also announce our other winner at the end, right before the Q&A. So I want to begin with a brief explanation of what Wintek is and what fiber internet is. Wintek is a local company that Tipmont acquired in January 2019. They had been offering fiber internet in small pockets of Tippecanoe County for about 10 years. They were looking to grow, as was Tipmont, and each had just what the other needed. So it's been a wonderful move for both companies and really the Tipmont membership at large. We now call our fiber internet service Wintek, powered by Tipmont. So fiber internet. What is it? Well, fiber is a hair-thin piece of glass that transmits light impulses. It has major advantages over the older copper lines that Xfinity and other cable and DSL providers rely on. So first, fiber was designed to send two-way information over long distances. The cable lines were built primarily for the cable company to send video signals to you. They were never intended for you to send data back to the cable company. And because of this, if you have cable internet today, your download speed is much slower than your upload speed. Now, 10 years ago, that didn't matter as much as we were mostly downloading web pages and email. Not anymore. Video calls, backing up your data to the cloud, online gaming, remote working, and education, all of those require you to have significant upload speed. Our fiber internet is a symmetrical connection. And that means your upload speed is just as fast as your download speed. It makes a world of difference. More on that in just a minute. And finally, since fiber lines don't have any electrical components, they aren't susceptible to signal interference. So temperature fluctuations, severe weather, moisture, they all can cause signal loss on copper-based lines. And old or damaged copper cable can even present a fire hazard because they carry an electric current. Fiber lines have none of those limitations, so its reliability is much, much higher. All right, so let's talk about the fiber build in your area. This build will offer internet to 647 homes and produce about 57 brand new miles of fiber. Our construction is a 6-step process that generally takes about 6 months to complete. If you're interested in our service, one of the key things to know now is that it's going to take some time to get your service active because we're building this from the ground up. So right now, we're finishing the preparation and getting ready to begin mainline fiber construction. You may have already seen crews from Tipmont and Barriott, our fiber contractor, working in your area. They're preparing the poles and planning the path of the mainline fiber cables. So you may see some flags on or near your property. Those are marking the existing underground lines, and we ask that you please don't remove those. So for example, if you need to mow, please replace the flags when you're finished. Step 2 is our mainline fiber construction. So this is where the crews run the overhead and the underground fiber lines along the road. This should begin in the next few weeks and will last through December of this year, weather permitting. And just this week, we opened pre-orders for your build area. So you can visit join.wintek.com or call our office to get started. A pre-ordering service helps shorten your wait time by completing steps 4 and 5 while mainline construction is taking place. So if you choose to order service, we then need to plan how we're going to run the fiber line to the outside of your home. One of our connection specialists will schedule a time to visit with you at your home and discuss where you want the line and the box to go on the outside of your home. Generally, the fiber line will follow the same path as the existing electric line. So if your electric lines are buried, we'll bury the fiber line as well. We also recommend that the box on the outside of your home is placed near your electric meter. So once those plans are drawn up, our fiber contractors, again, a company named Bury It, will run the line to the outside of your home. We call this drop construction. This will occur once main line construction is complete. And because of high demand, this process can take as long as 6 to 10 weeks. So once that's complete, we will schedule your in-home installation. So I'll note that the installation is free. Our professional fiber installer will run the line from the box on the outside of your home all the way to your fiber modem. And that's an important distinction. This truly is fiber all the way to the modem inside your home. So you don't have to worry about that last leg of your service coming in over aging copper lines that may inhibit your internet performance. So to recap, the high points you kind of need to know. We expect construction to be complete in December of this year, and in-home installations will probably begin in early 2021. So before I get to pricing and features, we're going to do one more quick poll, and that's how many connected devices you have in your home. So this will pop up on your screen in just a moment, and I want you to not think about just cell phones and computers. Think, smart speakers such as Alexas, smart thermostats such as Nest, video gaming systems, and so on. So that poll's up there now. You should be able to vote on how many devices you have connected in your home. So it looks like most of you are kind of in that 1 to 10 range. And this will be important to kind of bear in mind as we start to look at the services and pricing packages to kind of let you know which one is right for you. All right, so it looks like most of you had a chance to vote, and looks like 1 to 10 here is probably the winner. And again, knowing how many connected devices in your home is really going to help you select the right speed package. So let's go ahead and get that poll down. Thank you everyone for participating. And we'll start to move here into some of our service pricing and packages. So our lowest package is 250 megabits per second for $65 per month. Again, this is a symmetrical connection, so 250 megabits per second upload and 250 megabits per second download. And we found that this is good for up to 25 or so connected devices in your home. If you have more than 25 connected devices, you may want to consider our 500 megabit per second package for $85 per month. And our biggest package is a full gigabit or 1,000 megabits per second for $95 per month. And this is really for people who have more than 50 connected devices or who are working remotely in their home. A few side notes when thinking about which package may be right for you. We found that the vast majority of people do just fine with the $65 package. And as I'm going to show you next, this is hassle-free internet. So if you want to change packages at any time, just call us. There is no fee to do so. All right, so I just called this hassle-free internet, and for good reason. There are no fees and no gimmicks. Your installation is free. There are no limits or data caps on your usage. So if you want to use 10 terabytes of data in a month, you go right ahead. There is no reason for us to limit how much data you use. There are no contracts and no fine print. Your price will not skyrocket the moment your promotional period expires because there is no promotional period. If you don't like the service, just call us and cancel, and it's that easy. So just how fast is fiber internet, or in this case, a 250 megabit per second connection, which is our lowest package? So the animation I'm going to show you will kind of show the time in seconds to download a 100 megabyte iPhone update. So on our fiber connection, it's about 3 seconds. For cable subscribers on a 100 megabit per second connection, it's about 8 seconds. For anyone on a satellite internet or using a cellular hotspot, it's 34 seconds. And if you currently have a DSL connection, well, you might as well go pour yourself another drink because it's going to be 6 minutes until that update finishes downloading. All right, so I'm just about finished, and we'll get to your questions here in just a moment. But I do want to talk about streaming video for a few minutes. We have a lot of people ask us whether they can bundle TV service with Wintek fiber internet. We made the decision early on not to offer video service because there are so many good streaming alternatives out there. And with fiber internet, you have more than enough bandwidth to stream anything and everything you want. So there's two kinds of streaming video. The first is live TV. So providers such as YouTube TV, Sling, Hulu, AT&T, they offer live television channels and sports similar to the cable and satellite providers, except that they're generally cheaper and available on your mobile devices anywhere you have an internet connection. So when my family takes road trips, my wife will often watch Hallmark movies in the car, assuming we have a good cell signal. Now, this is when I'm driving, of course. By no means are we suggesting that you watch TV while you drive. The second type of streaming service is called on demand. These are services where you choose what and when you want to watch. There's no programming schedule. Netflix is the most popular, as most of you indicated at the poll at the top of this webinar. If you have Amazon Prime, you already have access to Amazon Prime Video. Disney Plus is one of the newest offerings, and NBC's Peacock service just launched a few weeks ago. To stream video content, you need two things. The first is plenty of bandwidth. Generally speaking, a high-definition video stream requires about 15 megabits per second dedicated per stream. So our lowest internet package would allow you to have about 16 devices all streaming at the same time. With Wintek, you have plenty of bandwidth. The second is a smart TV or a streaming device. If your TV can connect to the internet and has apps available such as Netflix, Hulu, or others, then you're good to go. Otherwise, you'll need a streaming device such as an Apple TV, Amazon's Fire Stick, or Roku. We tend to recommend Rokus because they're really easy to use and they have nearly every app available. If you don't have a streaming device, good news, you can choose to get one for free when you sign up to order Wintek service, and that is a Roku Streaming Stick Plus. If you already have a streaming device, your other option is to get your first month of service for free. So here are a few tips to help you choose the right streaming service for you. First, make a must-have channel list. Then, compare the channel lineups for each service you're interested in signing up for, and I'll show you a good resource to help you do that in just a moment. Next, compare the key features for each service. So this is going to include how much recording space you get or how many concurrent streams you're allowed. And finally, sign up for a free trial. Most services offer at least a week, so make sure to remember to cancel the service. Just make sure to remember to cancel the service if you don't intend to keep it, so you don't get charged. And finally, here are a few resources to help you pick the right streaming services. WatchNow.com helps you find which streaming service has the shows that you want to watch. The next one is Suppose.tv, and that's a guide of which channels are on which services. And the last one is JustWatch.com, and it's a guide to all the content that's available for free. And there's a surprising amount of it out there. You just may find that you don't need to pay for a streaming service. Okay, so that's what I have. I hope you found this helpful. You can order service today if you're interested at join.wintek.com or by calling our member service team at 800-726-3953. They're available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Before we do the Q&A, I need to draw our second gift card winner. So congratulations to Shelly Wishmeyer. Shelly Wishmeyer, we have a $75 Visa gift card to send your way. We'll contact you after the meeting to verify your mailing address. All right, so I see a few questions in the Q&A. I want to thank all of you that joined us tonight. If you got what you needed about our service, please go enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to answer as many of these as I can, and please continue to send in your questions. We'll do our best to get to as many of them as we can. There were a couple that were sent to us prior to the meeting from Larry Fusaro, so I want to get to those real briefly. He was asked a few questions regarding the drop construction to your home, so specifically, avoiding sprinkler systems, driveways, and tree roots and other things that may be underground. The short answer is that we will bury far enough beneath any existing obstruction so as not to cause any issues. However, in the instance that you have a sprinkler or an irrigation system, you really need to let the connection specialists know that that is there. That is considered a private utility, and thus your responsibility to let us know that it's there. And we will adjust the depth of burying the fiber line accordingly. For a driveway, we use horizontal boring rigs. These are directional, so we're able to horizontally control the depth and the pitch at which we cross the driveway. Roads, gas, sewer, water, they're all brought in. All these lines are brought in using the same method. For any tree roots, if you have a tree concern, we'll do our best to just go around the tree. If that's not an option, we'll use bore rigs to set a depth to go under that tree. And the last part of the question, if any issues occur, if we break it, we will fix it. That's has never been a problem before. Simply just call our member service department with any concerns or questions you have, and we will handle it from there. Another question that he sent along, what is the extent of the service that will be provided once the installation is completed? So we have a network operations center, or NOC, we call it for short, that is available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And they are a full force or a full service help center that is available to call you for any issues that you may have. If there are any issues off hour, we do have on-call technicians and engineers that will respond very promptly. Of course, not right away; they're on call, but they will respond very promptly to any issues you have, especially any service outages that may occur during off hours. And the last question that was sent in: any idea what the cost will be to any idea what the cost will be to the customer? And that honestly, the only cost to you is the cost for your service, your monthly service fee, whether you choose the $65, the $85, or the $95. That's the only cost to you. Your installation is free. Your drop construction is free. The only cost is going to be your monthly cost of the service. I'll go through a couple of more questions here. A question from Jeff Burns. It says, what is the cost of a fixed IP address? So a fixed IP address is an address that is assigned specifically to you. Most internet providers, including Wintek, typically use dynamic IP addresses that can sometimes change. So a fixed IP address, I believe, is available for $3 per month. So an additional $3 per month, a fixed IP address, you would be able to get that. Simply tell the connection specialist or the installer at the time of your installer, and we'll be able to get that set for you. The next question from John Wilson: special equipment or modems needed? There really isn't any special equipment needed. Our fiber modem includes a Wi-Fi signal that really should cover the majority of most homes. We found that it's good for up to about 22 or 2,300 square feet. If your home is larger than 2,300 square feet, we do have what are called mesh units available to you, and those are available for an additional $3 per month. It essentially works as a Wi-Fi extender. Those can be placed anywhere that you have signal problems, or let's say you want to extend your signal to an outbuilding or out in, if you have a large yard, you want to ensure high signal in your yard, you can get one of those mesh units. You can rent one of those from us for $3 a month, or they even sell those mesh units at Best Buy and other electronics providers. You can go out and purchase one on your own, and most of them will work pretty well with our modem. If you want to provide your own modem, that's fine as well. We'll simply use ours as a bridge. The fiber line does need to come into the back of our modem. We'll set it up as a bridge that will then connect to your Wi-Fi router, which will provide the Wi-Fi signal to your house. So we'll work with you in anything you're using to do, and we'll hopefully get the installation taken care of according to your needs. From Joan and Bill Glick, how would this compare to our current service with Xfinity, through which we have phone service as well as cable and internet? Is there phone service through Wintek? Yes, there is phone service through Wintek. We have partnered with Mulberry Telephone, which is a small telephone co-op, obviously located in Mulberry, Indiana. That phone service is available for $35 per month, and that would come in over your fiber line. Another option you may want to look into are some other voice over internet or VoIP providers that are out there. Vonage is one. Vonage is probably the big one. I know there's several more of them out there. But again, those voice over IP or VoIP providers, come in right over your fiber line, and they will provide the phone service for you that way. All right, from Mary Haman, she asks if we can show the coverage map again, please. Absolutely. It'll take me just a kind of a second to back up to it here. And again, this coverage map is available at join.wintek.com. You can simply go to the zones link at the top of the page, and you should be able to see the coverage map. So there you see it. Again, this I believe it was what, I can't go all the way back, but 57 miles of fiber connected by about 650 homes or so. And that construction should be complete around December 2020. So that's the construction area there that you can see on your screen. And again, join.wintek.com, that's where this map was pulled from. And you should be able to go there, and then you can zoom into your address, or you enter your address at the field on the top of the page, and it'll be able to tell you, it'll be able to tell you whether your home is in the coverage area or not. Okay, looking at the next question, please. John Wilson asks, cost for that modem? There is no cost for that modem. That modem is included with your service, so there is no modem rental fee. Okay, I think that's there are a couple of more questions that I see here from Jeff Burns. Do you use double NAT? And that's, I believe, NAT is network address translation. And one of my experts sitting near me in the room is saying yes, we do. We do use double NAT. So, Mr. Burns, if you need any further detail, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be glad to provide that for you. From Brian Balmer, how does this service compare to MetroNet fiber service? Well, obviously, it's the very same fiber service. Fiber internet is the premier technology. I can't necessarily speak for MetroNet service. What I can tell you, as a local provider, our goal is to offer a superior service, and especially superior customer service. Anytime you call our office, you are going to talk to a live person. And you're going to talk to a live person right here in Lafayette. We have a data center on the south side where we keep our network operations folks at. They do a great job. And I think you'll find that Wintek's customer service is going to be superior to really anything you find out there in the market. But in terms of the actual service itself, fiber internet is fiber internet. It's reliable, it's fast, it's dependable, and it's really, if the technology is available to you, really fiber internet is the way you want to go. From Daniel Reynolds, offer business service. For the business pricing, I would ask that you call our Wintek office at 742-8428. I don't know the business pricing right off the top of my head, but if you can again call that Wintek business office at 742-8428, they'll be able to get a business pricing quote for you. And a lot of that business pricing, it's going to depend on your needs. You may have some additional needs, some additional equipment that your business needs. But I think you'll find that business pricing is competitive and very much a white glove and superior service. So I hope you'll give us a call and let us have a chance to talk to you about whether it may run for your business. From Michael Schramm, will the service run past Cary Camp? I'm not exactly familiar where Cary Camp is, but if you go to join.wintek.com and you click on the zones link at the top of the page, you're able to zoom in on that map, just about all the way in, and you should be able to locate where Cary Camp is. I will say this: we plan to build the fiber internet service to the entirety of our existing electric area. So if you currently have electric service with Tipmont, the fiber service will be made available to you. This build that we're doing right here, it is only for the places shaded in orange, and you should be able to see that on the map at join.wintek.com. If Cary Camp happens to be located outside this area, it is coming. However, it's going to be a little bit while longer. We plan to announce our 2021 build plans later this fall, so please stay tuned with us for that. The last question I have from Brendan Northcutt: what does all of this mean to Wintek's existing customers? Will we be switched to the new fiber lines that were installed, or get to keep our existing connection? Well, really, we're taking advantage of Wintek's existing infrastructure. Fiber really is fiber. One of the beautiful things about fiber is that most of the lines being built today will not need to be replaced in our lifetime, just like all of the original fiber lines laid back in the early 1980s. Um, are still in use today. So, we're able to take advantage of those and use Wintek's existing infrastructure, to help further along our build faster. Another question from Brenda. She also asked, when we called about our low battery sensor, they said our equipment is going to be replaced when all of this happened. So yeah, if you've still got an issue with that, Brenda, certainly call our office back. My email address is rford@tipmont.org. My direct line is 269-4816. If this is not resolved to your satisfaction, I will follow up on this tomorrow. In fact, I'm looking at one of our customer service reps right now. She's not in her head. She's going to follow up on this for you as well. But certainly contact me directly. Again, rford@tipmont.org is my email address. My name is Rob Ford. If I can help you out in any further way, let me know. But one of our member service specialist is going to check on this for you tomorrow. So thanks for letting us know. Okay, the next question I have is from Karen. You said there would be flags where you are working. Flags where you will be working. There are no flags on North 775 East. Well, it's possible that our crews just quite haven't gotten there yet. I think they're kind of starting in the Barrington Woods area. And they're kind of fanning out from there. So it may be a little bit before the flags are placed in your area. But, we are coming. It's just going to take us a while to get there. We have a lot of fiber to build. As I said early on in the call, 57 miles of fiber is what we have to build here. And that's quite a lot. We'll be working in this area all the way through, December of this year. So we got a lot of fiber to build. I don't see any more questions, so I really want to thank everybody who was on the call today. I'm going to get us back to the last screen here so you can see the contact information. If you have any additional questions, please give us a call. We'd love to help you out and answer any other questions you have. I've got our number back on the screen here, 800-726-3953. Option 3 is how to get a hold of our member service team, and join.wintek.com is where you can get signed up. A couple more questions I see that have popped up here. How will it handle 8K? I'm assuming you're referring to 8K video. That is a lot of bandwidth, and I can tell you if any technology can handle it, it's fiber internet. So 4K video, which is kind of a new standard that a lot of the TVs are coming out today. From what I've read, most 4K video requires a stream of up to, requires about 60 megabits per second in order to run a 4K stream. So if you're on even our 250 megabit connection, even double that for an 8K stream, 160 megabits per second, assuming you don't have 50 other devices running in your home, that 250 megabits per second will be able to handle an 8K stream just fine. It's the only technology available today that is able to handle those kind of speeds. And by the way, if you're able to stream 8K in your home, I'm way jealous of you. That's just cool. Last question I have from Peggy. Will you be bringing areas online as the area is completed? So as we're doing the construction, we need to complete, and she added one more part to it, will the build be completed first? Yes, generally, the build needs to be completed first. We need to tie the entire network together in order for us to actually activate service in your home. So like I said, the mainline network construction should be complete in December of this year. So one thing you can do to shorten your wait time is to go ahead and pre-order service at join.wintek.com or by calling the 800 number you see there on your screen. And that will allow us to come out and meet with your home and plan where we're going to put that, run that drop construction to the outside of your home. So that at least shortens your wait time a little bit. But we do need to complete the entire mainline construction before we're able to activate the service inside your home. Okay, I'm not seeing any more questions, so thank you very much to all who attended tonight. We're very grateful you took time out of your schedules to be with us. If you have any other questions, please reach out to us, and we look forward to hearing from all of you soon. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.